Marcus Aurelius asked himself a question recorded in the Meditations, Book 3. If you find anything in human life better than justice, honesty, self-control, and courage, turn toward it with all your soul. He was certain you would not find anything better. These four virtues, wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance, were not the Stoics' invention. They inherited them from Plato. But the Stoics made them something sharper, not ideals to admire from a distance, but the practical architecture of a well-lived day. Wisdom in the Stoic sense is not intelligence. It is the capacity to see clearly and act rightly, to know the difference between what is in your power and what is not. Epictetus opened his entire Enchiridion with this distinction. Of things, some are in our power and some are not. 4 words of philosophy, a lifetime of practice. Justice is your orientation toward others. Not just fairness before the law, but the daily recognition that you are part of something larger, and that your actions ripple outward accordingly. Courage is moral before it is physical. The Stoics valued the person who speaks truth when silence would be safer, who holds a position under pressure, who acts rightly when no one is watching. And temperance is the regulating principle. Without it, wisdom hardens into arrogance. Justice becomes self-righteousness. Courage collapses into recklessness. Temperance is what keeps the other 3 honest. Marcus Aurelius was the most powerful man in the Roman world, and every morning he wrote to himself as though he might fail before noon. The Meditations are not a monument to Stoic achievement. They are a private journal, a man reminding himself daily who he intended to be. He wrote in Book 10, "Waste no more time arguing about what a good man should be. Be one." He wrote this to himself. When the Antonine Plague swept through Rome, killing millions, Marcus did not retreat to comfort. He governed. He administered relief. He remained present, not for glory. Because justice demanded presence, wisdom demanded action, courage demanded he not look away, and temperance demanded he not let grief dissolve into disorder. He practiced all 4 at once. Epictetus lived at the opposite extreme. Born into slavery, his leg shattered by a master's cruelty, he possessed nothing by the world's accounting. And yet he taught in the discourses, "Never say about anything, 'I have lost it,' but say, 'I have restored it.'" What was taken from him was never truly his. What remained, his judgment, his will, his character, could never be taken. The 4 virtues were not achievements to display. They were the one freedom no chain could remove. Seneca, writing from exile on the island of Corsica, counseled his friend Lucilius, "Claim yourself for yourself." He had been stripped of influence, removed from Rome, and his counsel was not bitterness, it was ownership. The virtues are yours, no emperor can exile them. 3 men, a slave, a statesman, an emperor, completely different lives, completely different circumstances, arriving at the same 4 conclusions. That is not coincidence. That is something worth pausing on. You are not navigating a plague-stricken empire, but you are navigating something, a career that demands compromise, relationships where honesty costs something, failure that tempts you to rewrite your own story. Wisdom in your context means this: before you react, ask what is actually in your power. A colleague undermines you in a meeting. A project collapses. You receive criticism you did not expect. The event is not in your control. Your response is. Wisdom is the pause before the reaction, the moment where you decide who you are. Justice means acting in ways you could honestly defend, not to others, but to yourself. Not because anyone is watching, because integrity is not performance. It is the structure of your inner life. Courage in the modern world is often quiet, speaking up when silence would be more comfortable, changing direction after years of going the wrong way, continuing when nothing external rewards you for it. Seneca wrote in his letters, "Begin at once to live and count each separate day as a separate life." The courage to begin again today, after failure, after drift, is not a small thing. And temperance, in a world engineered to overwhelm your capacity for restraint, may be the most radical virtue of all. Every attention economy, every manufactured urgency profits from your inability to regulate yourself. Temperance is the act of reclaiming governance over your own mind. Stoics would recognize immediately what we are up against. The Stoics built exercises because wisdom not practiced is eventually forgotten. Marcus Aurelius prepared for difficulty each morning. He wrote in Meditations, Book 2, "Begin the morning by saying to yourself, 'I shall meet with the busybody, the ungrateful, the arrogant, the deceitful, the envious, the unsocial.'" This is not pessimism. It is inoculation. He entered each day having already decided who he would be when things went wrong. Try this before your day begins. Name one virtue you will practice today. Not all 4, one. Choose the one your circumstances are most likely to test. If your patience will be tried, choose temperance. If you face a difficult conversation, choose courage. Specificity is what separates philosophy from aspiration. Seneca described an evening practice in On Anger. "When the light has been removed and my wife has fallen silent, I examine my entire day, going through what I have done and said." not to punish yourself, to understand yourself, to notice where you held your character and where you surrendered it, and to let tomorrow be another opportunity. Finally, the Stoics kept what they called hupum nemata, written records of principles returned to daily, not to accumulate more ideas but to deepen the relationship with the ones that matter. 4 virtues are 4 enough. CTA 1213 Min. If philosophy that asks something of you is what you are here for, stay with this channel. Every video is one more tool for building a life that is genuinely your own. Subscribe and we will keep going deeper together. Outro 1315 Min. Marcus Aurelius asked himself each night whether he had been just wise, courageous, and temperate that day, not whether he had succeeded, not whether he had been admired, whether he had been good. That question is available to you tonight. It costs nothing to ask. It costs everything to answer honestly. Begin there. Stoics. Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Seneca, Ancient Wisdom, Stoic Philosophy, 4 Virtues of Stoicism, Stoic Character, Stoicism for Daily Life, Meditations, Marcus Aurelius, Virtue Ethics, Stoic Mindset, Unshakeable Character, Philosophical Wisdom, Wisdom, Courage, Justice, Temperance, Description. The ancient Stoics identified 4 virtues they believed were sufficient for a complete human life: wisdom, justice, courage, and temperance. Not wealth, not fame, not comfort, 4 qualities they called the only true good. In this video, we explore the Stoic philosophy of the 4 cardinal virtues through the real words of Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca, and discover how this 2,000-year-old framework speaks directly to modern struggles with work, relationships, and self-discipline. Marcus Aurelius governed a plague-stricken empire by practicing all 4 virtues simultaneously. Epictetus found freedom inside slavery through the same principles. Seneca turned exile into philosophy. 3 men, completely different circumstances, one conclusion. This is not coincidence. Whether you are facing failure, distraction, or difficult decisions, the Stoic framework of the 4 virtues offers something rare: a complete map for building character that holds under pressure. Timestamps 0000, Hook 00. 15, Introduction 0100, The 4 Virtues Explained 03. 00, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, and Seneca 06. 00, Modern Applications 09. 00, Daily Stoic Practices 12. 00, Final Thought Stoicism, Marcus Aurelius, Epictetus, Ancient Wisdom, Stoic Philosophy.